So today I'm going to talk about an interesting thing. So I'll explain a business model. This message is supposed to be for my trainer, but I'll talk about the entire business model with you so that all the audience can understand. So as you know, I'm in USA, and so I came out with a business model, and it's a pretty simple business model. We'll hire people, we'll train them in Informatica MDM. The starting point, we need someone who can help in clearing the interviews. So I have a friend who's super busy. He's in America and he's super busy, and he said that yes, he's available. I struck a deal with him and I said, okay, I will do all this recruitment, marketing, everything, training, everything, and I'll be in charge of the entire operation, I and my team, and he will do the interview clearing part. He will help us in clearing the interview. Okay, so far so good. Very simple model. I've been hiring OPT, CPT students and everybody from the market, and then I train them, get them into the guest house, train them, and then I train them in. I would train them in Informatica MDM. I would get them in the guest house, and then I would help them in getting the interview cleared, and then I will, and then they will go to the client side once they get the job. Project typical margins are maybe that's what this is $20-30 per hour. So far so good, and then we'll start making money, right? So look, when I made these things, everything happened that could go wrong. One, the BDM who was supposed to bring the interviews, not clear the interviews, bring the interviews. He's in India, and it took him a long time it takes some time to understand how to bring the interviews. You cannot just bring a Java interview bringer cannot bring the .NET interviews. Students who we hire, they don't have the ability to get the interviews. They don't know how to get the interviews. So our BDMs get the interviews, right? So it took him 3-4 months to get started. The guy who was supposed to give the help in the interviews, the interview helper, my American friend, he was not available many of the times. When the interview will be there, he will not be available. When he will be available, then obviously interview may not be there at that time. So this is another second issue. Then candidates, when they get trained, sometimes they don't want to work in the technology and then they leave. So these are all process issues. And I'm just talking about all the issues that would occur. Just talking about some business model, OPT CPT placement model, right? It's simple. That's what I'm talking about. And so anybody can try to do this. It's a pretty good business. You can easily make $1-2 million, and it can relatively give you a lot of freedom. Okay, forget. I want to talk about my issues. So, and the training and support should be done was supposed to be done by this guy, trainer, right? And then once the candidate goes to the client side, then we have to retrieve. Then he also started to feel, okay, what can he do to get the maximum rate from us? All these things were also there. But trainer and support guy was a guy who I hired in India at a very high rate, $20 an hour. This guy, message is for you, Mr. Abhi. Mr. Abhi, think of yourself as a supplier of services who supply some parts, and think of me as a person who sells Tesla. Like Elon Musk has a Tesla plant, right? So I'm like Elon Musk. Basically, I have Tesla factory, car factory, and you basically give a part. So you may think I'm giving a very small part. You're giving a small part, and you need to understand you will be paid for that. You cannot look at the entire business. Tesla has other complications as well. That's one. But the entire Tesla can go down if your part is wrong. If you're all the time, making sure the part is, creating problems for us. You see? You need to be a good supplier. Otherwise, what will happen is the client, that is me, that is the person who's making Tesla, will not be able to sell more. You need to give your service. And there are 5-6 other people whose services we need. We need BDM services, we need management services, we need the services of the interview guy. Okay? Otherwise, we'll not be able to close the deals. So we are like Tesla. Your part is also important. And there are 3 or 4 other parts that are also important. You should do your part. You should supply your part with honesty. Otherwise, you are creating problems for us. And there are 3 other people who are creating problems for us. And we are not able to close the deals. And then what happens? We close down the factory. When the factory gets closed, then you also cannot sell the parts. We are also dependent on you. If we mistreat you, if we don't give you the money on time, we also lose you. So then If your factory goes down, then our work will also stop. But we understand that. Do you understand that? That's my question. Do you understand that? That you are providing a small part or a big part to our factory, and if you stop supplying it properly and you create problems in payments and you create problems in services, then our work will get hampered and our factory will close one day. And then it will come back to you, and then you won't be able to get the ongoing business. Do you understand that? That's my message that I wanted to give you. This message is for my trainer actually, but everybody can benefit from it and understand. There is a place where I talk about offshore on-site model, or like offshore people who Fiverr and how you can start your own Fiverr and freelancing this business. This person has a great opportunity. He has some great technical skill which is in high demand in America. The trainers are hard to get by. Mr. Abhi, you need to look at that video and understand that there's a very simple principle. A good freelancer is looking for a good client, and a good client is looking for a good freelancer. Are you a good freelancer? Are you creating problems in the parts? Are you creating problems in the services that you are supposed to give? Can it cause distress to the person who's taking the services? Think about all these things. If you think about all these things, then you will become a very good freelancer. And with your skill set, you can follow your CSF principles, my complete success formula principles, and you can make a lot of money in India because you have a great opportunity. And remember, skills come and go. Your skill is hot today. It wasn't there yesterday. It will not be hot tomorrow. This is your time to make money. Develop some great freelance ethics. I'm not sure where you are, but if you're in a tier 2 city, that's the best. With the money that you make, don't spend it. Buy real estate, plots, and everything, and you cannot go wrong in life. After 10 years, you will see that this is the great advice. Whatever extra money you made, it will become 3 times after 10 years. And that's what. But you need to work hard now, and work smart, and work honestly, and work sincerely. If you give the parts which are faulty or overpriced faults, or you cause distress to the factory owner, then his factory will close. Yes. So this is a central message. I am that you should be a good freelancer. Everybody should be a good freelancer. Just I explain a business model and try to give you a case study kind of a scenario for how to be a good freelancer. Thank you guys.